What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with the review for This Is Power, Season 6, Episode 13, and the episode was titled It's All Your Fault. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into the video. Alright, you guys, so this episode was actually much better than last week's episode, which was pod-centered, and it was better than the episode the week before with Dre. So this episode centers around Tommy and the events leading up to the shooting that happened at Truth. So this episode, I kind of forgot that Benny had killed Cousin Benny. So we see Tommy, he's dragging around Cousin Benny's body, and then he remembers that ambulance that he has. So we see him, he's at the junkyard, and at the junkyard, he, has had the cars crushed down, so there's no evidence. Oh, God, he's dead, so shit, he don't feel it. So then we see Kate pick up Tommy. I'm like, here we go with this woman. Like Kate is something else. Like I love Kate, but she is something else. So she's like, so where's the great Lakeisha? He's like, she's dead, ma. And Ghost killed her. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry, Tommy. I'm like, Kate, damn well you don't care nothing about Lakeisha being dead. So then we see Elisa Marie. She's back, and she's with her aunt Dolores, who was played by Debbie Mazur, and she Elisa Marie asked her, like, so have you heard from Uncle Benny? Like, where's Uncle Benny? And she's like, oh, he's okay. She's like, when is the last time you heard from him? Because she says, I know in this lifestyle that you have to, if you don't hear from a person on every hour, on the hour, it's not good. So when was the last time you heard from him? So she was like, okay, the last time I heard from him was last night. I'm like, oh, Elisa Marie is a little smart cookie. So then we see Vincent. He pulls up, and Aunt Dolores asks, like, where is my brother? And he's like, I don't know. She's like, I know that you two got into it. And he's she's like, my Uncle Carlo, if he finds out, it's not gonna be good. So he says, how about I do this? How about I leave some of my guys here to protect you guys? So then we do see Tommy. He's telling Kate, that basically he's fucked everything up. That he's gonna go out to California. He's like, who the fuck do you know in California? He's like, I got this new connect out there. And then Kate don't really give a fuck about Tommy going to California, more so that she cares about her coke addiction. I'm like, God damn, Kate, that is your son. And you can't even sit here and just pretend you care about him for at least a minute. So then on the news, I see the coverage about Ghost, and I'm so sick of seeing this shit about him being Lorette Walsh's running mate. I'm so sick of this shit. And he's like, that motherfucker. And she tells him, like, calm down, Tom. Like, James is your brother. He's going to always be your brother. And do you really think that he killed Lakeisha? Like, he's about to do this shit. And you think that he's going to take time out of his busy day to go kill a person like Lakeisha Grant? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm like, thank you. At least somebody got some goddamn sense. At least somebody. And a functioning crackhead has some sense. Alright, guys, so back over at Aunt Dolores' house, we see Elisa Marie. She's listening to that recording that Proctor gave her. Then Aunt Dolores, she comes in there, and she's asking Elisa Marie, like, what is that? And actually she told her a story about how her mom wanted a boy, and how the women in the lifestyle are stronger than the men and stuff like that. Whatever. So then Elisa Marie tells her that Proctor gave her the recording the night that he died for insurance. And she says, I know a voice on this recording. She says, his name is Tommy. And then Dolores says, what we need to do is we need to get Uncle Carlo involved in this and not the police. I'm like, okay, I understand that. Mob family, why not? So then we see Elisa Marie. She's She's playing a recording, and then we see that she's playing a recording for Tariq, and Tariq is lying, saying that he doesn't, he can't recognize the voices. I'm like, you're a good liar, but you ain't that good of a liar, because Aunt Dolores sees right through his ass. And then Elisa Marie asks him, does he know who Ghost is? He says, no, I don't know who any of those people are. And then Aunt Dolores questions him because she's like, so the night that my cousin died, you just miraculously want to go get some hot cocoa? Kind of interesting, isn't it? That's an interesting conundrum. We want to go get some hot cocoa the night that he died. He's like, yeah. And she's like, so you went out the back door. So, did you lock it? Elisa Marie was like, yeah, Aunt Dolores, I saw him lock it. She's like, no, baby. And she's like, Tarika's my friend. Again, no, he's not your friend. Because she thinks, and she's right, that he helped plan it. He didn't help plan it. He helped facilitate it, the murder. He didn't plan it, but he helped facilitate that shit. So then we see Tariki talking to Tommy about the recording. And then, he's also telling Tommy he knows where Elisa Marie stays. And so we also see Tommy's over at Truth when, Ghost is doing this whole announcement of him running for lieutenant governor. And, he notices that some of the Secret Service, he's here. They're whispering in their little microphone things. And Tommy like, you know what, let me get the fuck out of here. And when he walks outside, who does he run into but none other than Blanca. Hi, Tommy Egan. So, these are the last remains of Lakeisha Grant. We still don't have anybody in custody for her murder. Maybe you can help me. And he tells her, like, how can I help you? Like, I don't know who killed Lakeisha. Like, if I knew who killed Lakeisha, you would know that I know. She says, okay, well, here's a deal for you. I'll give you immunity if you say that, James St. Patrick is Ghost because we can't get him on Lakeisha's murder. But if you say that, I'll definitely let you go. And, he says, no, thank you. I'm good. And then she says, I'll also let you skate on the whole Poncho things. He says, what kind of fucking name is Poncho? Who the fuck is Poncho? She says, I have a witness to this, And he, basically he calls, she's like, I can arrest you right now. He says, go ahead and do it. She says, oh no, we got some special handcuffs for you. And I'm just like, oh God, her voice is hella annoying. So then he calls who he thinks is a snitch. He thinks BG is a snitch. And I'm like, nigga, BG is dead. Little do you know. And so then he had, like I said, he got that bag that Blanca gave him. And he looks in that bag and he notices that there's an earring in there. So where does he go next? He goes to Tasha's place. And he's like, you left your earring at the house. She's like, that's not my earring. He said, yes, it is. Because this is the same earrings that Holly stole from you. And she was like, okay, Tommy. I had no other choice but to kill her. She was gonna turn into a rat, Tommy. You had all those bags packed, Tommy. And, I'm like, well, I mean, technically she ain't lying, but damn. You cold-bloodedly killed a bitch. Boom. Boom. You just cold-bloodedly killed her. Like, you didn't have to kill the girl like that. Like, shit. You just shot her point blank. Damn. So, Tasha's just begging with Tommy not to kill her. I'm like, Tasha, your friend over here, Comey is a few screws short of sane. And she's like, okay, if you got to do it, if it has to be done, who else to do it but you? But make sure that Reek and Yaz are taken care of. I'm like, who? Did she say Yaz? Who the hell is Yaz? Who the hell is Yaz? Don't know a Yaz. Do you guys know a Yaz? Because she shouldn't know a Yaz. She should have, like, CPS should really have that child because her parents are fucked up. She ain't never with Tasha. She ain't never with Ghost. I think she's always with Big Mama. So Big Mama should be her mama at this point. Because Tasha nor Ghost ever have Yaz. No one knows where Yaz is. Yaz is like Carmen Sandiego. Yaz is like finding Waldo. Yaz does not exist. But, yeah. Doesn't exist. Let's move on, you guys. Alright, so we see that Elisa Marie has made a copy of that recording. Like, this little girl is so smart. For her to be, she's 11 years old. She's very smart. Hell, she's smarter than the whole police department. She's done more than... Because it took Angela so long to find out who Ghost was. Proctor... Okay, Proctor was okay. He was just stupid in certain ways. But she's done more than Angela. She's done more than Rodriguez has. She's done more than Sachs. Like, she's done more than the whole task force has done in 6... She's done more in an episode than most of these people have done in 6 seasons. That is ridiculous. That is sad that an 11-year-old has done more than that. So, Aunt Dolores tells Elisa Marie that she's going to go see Uncle Carlo. And Elisa Marie was like, shit, take me with you. And the Lord's like, you see that man right there and right there? They're here to protect you. I'm like, protect her? You might be eating those words pretty soon, because I don't know if they're going to really be protecting very much with the psychopath that is Tommy. I just don't see it. So then we see Tommy and Ghost. So I'm not going to really repeat this whole scene. But, you guys remember in the mid-season finale when Tommy met up with Ghost, when Ghost was on that whole I'm done shit. Well, you spoke truer words. You were done, my nigga. And, he tells him that, when he told him he didn't kill Keisha. Then, he was talking about the recording with Proctor. And, remember they got shot at. So then Tommy, we didn't see what happened to Tommy in that episode. Because, Ghost was screaming, Tommy! And it was just like, okay, we get it. You're worried about Tommy. But what Tommy did with that fool ass, he drove off, he ran out of bullets. He got in the car, boop, burned out. So then he left there. He went over to Aunt Dolores' house, and, he saw Vince's men outside of the house. So, he made a noise to distract one of them. He comes down, he pulls a gun on him, then another one comes, and he pew, pew, kills both of them. But what he didn't know was that one of them has sent for backup. So then he goes upstairs where Elise Marie is, and, he's talking about this recording. He's asking her, where is it? Where's the laptop recording? And she says, pointing toward her laptop. He's like, so you put FBI stuff on your personal computer? And she was quiet. She was quiet as a church mouse. All right, so he also did tell her that Tariq told him where to find her, and she also told him that she made a copy and her Aunt Dolores is taking it to her Uncle Carlo. So we see him back at his place, and then he has Kate come over to sit with Elise Marie. I'm like, wow, Tommy, you call Kate? You call Kate? Kate. Okay. So Aunt Dolores makes it back home, and she gets freaking out. So then they get a call from Tommy. So basically what the deal is with Tommy is he wants to do a trade for trade. You give me the recording, I give you Elisa Marie. And then Vincent says, you know what? I recognize that voice. That's Tommy Egan. And Uncle Carlos says, okay, well, since you know who the fuck that is, what you're going to do is you're going to bring him to me. I'm like, oh, okay. Good luck, Vincent. Good luck, Vincent. So back at Tommy's place, going against what he said, Kate is managing to bond with Elisa Marie, and I'm just like, really, Kate? Like, this girl is outsmarting you. She's asking about Ghost. You talking about your other son, which is James St. Patrick, and Elisa Marie is putting 2 and 2 together, which is equaling 4 to her. It ain't equaling 8 like it is to some of these other people. 8 and 6 like it is to some of these other people. Elisa Marie knows a real deal. So then Tommy comes in. He's like, Ma, what the fuck? I told you not to talk to her. I'm like, damn, you just say what the fuck to your mama? I never. I could never. So then this is also a scene where Pa shows up. And, he manages to slip up and call Ghost by Ghost when Pa was talking about killing him. But he said James. And it's interesting that Kate was showing so much concern toward Elisa Marie, but she ain't showing not an ounce of concern toward her son. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So we see Tom and Elisa Marie in the car, and he's driving, and she's trying to talk to him because she saw the ring that he was going to give to Keisha, and she's like, so were you going to marry what is that boy's name? Cash. Were you going to marry Cash's mom? And we start to see the softening of Tommy, because at this point he's kind of connecting with Elisa Marie, because his mama is a functioning crackhead, and her mama was a crackhead as well. And she was talking about a ring that her mom had, her mom's engagement ring, and how she told her she could have it once when she ever decided to get married. And Tommy asked her what happened to the ring. She says, oh, her being a crackhead, she pawned it for some money to get some crack. She says, "Is it bad that I care more? I'm more upset about a ring than my mom." No, not necessarily, because your mom didn't really care about you that much. She was just using you to, as a string, to play puppet master with your daddy. That's all she was really trying to do. Um, but yeah, they bonded on that. So then he got a call from 2-Bit. And I'm not gonna go too deep into this conversation with 2-Bit because we saw this. I've discussed this one before too. This is the conversation with 2-Bit was talking to him when he was in jail because Tommy asked him was he out of jail. He says no, and you know, this is why Tommy thought that somebody thought he didn't know who snitched on him about the whole Poncho thing. He thought it was BG, but he ain't heard from BG, and then he thought it was and then for him to hear from 2-Bit. He's like, oh, so you got out of jail, okay? So you lied on me, you snitched on me, huh? So then he's, we see Tommy. Actually, did at this point had he told him? I think he did. No, he didn't. He didn't. So yeah. So he takes Elisa Marie back home and he says to her, he needs to go to his brother because he was wrong about a lot, the whole shit with Dre. Yeah. That's what it was. That's what else Tibbet told him. 2-Bit also told him that with their whole operation getting busted, it wasn't Ghost like Tommy thought it was. It was Dre. Excuse me, y'all. So then we see Tommy. He went and met with Tariq, and he's asking Tariq about questions. He's questioning him about Dre. When did he see him? And he says, I saw Dre when he was at my dad's club asking him for some money because the cops scooped him up for this murder of somebody named Jason. And then this is where Tommy's just talking about I was wrong about everything, man, like with Ghost. So when Tommy wants to do this, he wants to set a trap for Dre. Tariq is like, fuck that shit. If he want to kill that nigga, let him kill him. I'm like, nigga, that is still your daddy. I know how you might feel about him, but that is still your fucking daddy, but whatever. So Tom's like, we can let this all go. We can all be a family again. Tariq is not hearing it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. How about you shoot him next, Tommy? So then we see Tommy, and, he goes to, he's trying to go help Ghost, but he got hemmed up by Vincent's men. So he manages to kill all of Vincent's men. And then, Vincent comes up behind Tommy with the gun. And then Tommy grabs the gun, beats the shit out of him with the gun, and then kills him. I'm like, God damn. So then, he also notices on the street, he's on the street and he sees none other than Dre. So then he goes to Truth and he finds, Ghost in the club on the floor bleeding. And then he spots someone up high, and Ghost says, to me it sounded like he said let her go, but then I listened to it again. He said let it go. So then actually, yeah, before we get he kept saying let it go. Ah, fuck you guys, my alarm went off on my phone. My bad. So back to the show. So Tommy, he was, like I said, Ghost told him to let it go. And then Ghost ended up dying. I'm like, oh shit, he really did die, which I expected him to die. So then, we see Tommy, he goes home to Kate, and Kate asks him, why did he do it? And Tommy's like, I didn't do shit. And I'm like, wow, this is evident that Kate loves Ghost a little bit more than she loves Tommy. And she says, he left me some money, and he left something here for you too as well. So then we see Tommy, he's in his new ride, and I'm like, did Ghost leave him his car? Or because he left Ghost something, Ghost left him something. We don't know what it is. So then we get, Tommy gets a call from 2-Bit, and he's saying, I took care of that nigga Drake, and he also tells him that Spanky's the one that snitched on him. So then we see Tommy, he pulls up on Spanky, and he tells Spanky like, I'm dipping out of town, and Spanky like, oh shit, nigga, where you going? He says, if I tell you, I'm gonna have to kill you. California, boom, and shoot him right through the eye. I'm like, well, he had that one coming. So then we see Tommy, he once again goes over to Elisa Marie, and I'm just like, damn. So she just got kidnapped, and y'all don't have nobody guarding y'all. And then the fact when she got dropped off, nobody's still guarding y'all. Like, it's just that easy for him to drop her off and come see her. But, she ends up giving him the flash drive. He destroys it. She asks him again that he killed her dad. She said, I mean, I already know. So, I mean, you don't really have to tell me. So then, she gives him the little thing in her necklace, and he takes that, and that he destroys that one as well. And then we see Tommy. He's leaving off into the sunset to head to California. And you guys, so that was the episode. So be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Share this video, and if you guys would like to follow me on social media, I am on Twitter at JB_the_CEO. I am on Snapchat at Mr. GB_ it is to you, and I'm on Instagram at Jbsayzwhat. So until the next video, you guys, later.